Marlene Green stood in her small, cluttered kitchen, eyes locked on the clock above the stove. 3:57 p.m. Her daughter Tasha should have been home by now. Normally, she could hear Tasha's laughter from down the street, but lately, her bright spirit had dimmed. She'd been distant, retreating into herself. Marlene told herself it was just a phase. Kids go through changes, but something felt off. Now, as the minutes dragged by, unease coiled in her stomach. She reached for her phone, debating whether to call the school. Just as she pressed the screen, the front door handle rattled. Relief surged, until the door swung open. Tasha stepped inside, her small frame hunched, her hair tangled. A baggy hoodie swallowed her tiny shoulders, and in her trembling arms, swaddled in thin blankets, were two newborn babies. Marlene's breath hitched. The infants, barely bigger than loaves of bread, whimpered softly, their tiny hands reaching for warmth. Tasha's face was pale, her lower lip trembling. "Mom," she whispered, "don't call anyone." Marlene felt the room tilt. Her daughter was 11, and she had babies in her arms. "Tasha," she choked, stepping forward. Tasha flinched. "Please, Mom," she begged. "I have to keep them safe." Marlene's heart pounded. This wasn't a prank. Tasha was terrified. She forced herself to stay calm. "Honey, just sit down," she said, guiding her to the couch. Tasha curled protectively around the infants, rocking one gently as it let out a tiny, pitiful cry. Marlene's hands shook as she reached for a glass of water. "Tell me what happened," she said, barely able to keep her voice steady. Tasha's throat bobbed. "She made me promise." Marlene froze. Tasha swallowed hard. "Near the bus stop. She was hurt. She handed me the babies and told me to run." Marlene's vision swam. "Hurt how?" Tasha shook her head, but she was scared. "She said someone was after them, and then she just collapsed." Marlene gripped the arm of the couch. A woman, possibly dying, had handed her 11-year-old daughter two infants and vanished. A car rumbled into the driveway. Marlene's pulse spiked. Calvin, her husband. The door swung open. "Hey, babe," he called, wiping grease from his hands. "You won't believe the day I had." He stopped dead. His gaze landed on Tasha, the infants. Then Marlene's stricken face. "What the hell is going on?" Marlene opened her mouth, but no words came. Calvin took a slow step forward. "Where did you get those babies?" Tasha curled tighter around them. "Dad, please." Calvin's jaw clenched. "Sweetheart, we have to." Tasha's eyes filled with tears. "She said they'd take them away, that the people after her." Calvin pulled out his phone. "If there's a woman hurt out there, she needs help. We have to do the right thing." Tasha let out a sob. "Dad, please." He pressed the call button. 911. "What's your emergency?" Calvin's voice was grim. "My name is Calvin Green. My 11-year-old daughter just came home with two newborn babies." Marlene's stomach twisted as sirens howled in the distance. Tasha let out a broken cry, pressing her forehead against one of the babies. Minutes later, flashing red and blue lights painted their living room walls. Officers stepped inside, their gazes sharp, their notepads ready. A paramedic knelt before Tasha, reaching gently for the infants. "It's okay, sweetheart," the woman said. "We'll take good care of them." Tasha clutched them tighter, shaking her head violently. Marlene knelt beside her. "Baby," she whispered, brushing a hand through Tasha's hair. Tasha let out a shuddering breath and slowly let go. The officers began questioning her, piecing together the terrifying puzzle. The woman near the bus stop, the fear in her eyes, her desperate plea. A radio crackled. An officer's voice cut through the chatter. "She's alive," the voice continued, "but barely. EMS is taking her to County General." Tasha's head snapped up. "She's alive?" Marlene exhaled, hands trembling. The officer crouched beside Tasha. "You did the right thing, kid. You might have saved her life." Tasha's lip wobbled. "But the people after her, we'll find out who they are," the officer promised. "And we'll make sure those babies are safe." Hours later, after the police left, after the sirens faded, the house fell into silence. Tasha lay in bed, staring at the ceiling. Marlene sat beside her, brushing gentle fingers through her daughter's curls. "What if something happens to them?" Tasha whispered. Marlene kissed her forehead. "You did everything you could, baby." Tasha sniffled, turning into her mother's arms. Across town, in a cold hospital room, a woman fought for her life. And in the nursery, two tiny infants slept, unaware that their fates had been altered by the bravery of an 11-year-old girl. And the mystery of who wanted them, and why, was just beginning.